So we're talking about meditation and the many different kinds of meditation. Mention some of those mentioned in this book. The book is called Awakening, a Sufi Experience by Pir Vilayat Inayat Khan. This one is called Pranati, the instant of time. In fact, we are a continuity. In fact, we are a continuity in change, or Pranati, as they say, the only thing predictable is change. So the continuous change is called Pranati. It's never the same water that flows under the bridge, yet it's the same river. So too is our real being, evolving yet eternal. In metaphysical terms, the Sufis explain this as a difference between everlastingness and eternity. Everlastingness is in the realm of the existential and temporal, while the eternal is the realm of intelligence beyond consciousness. The yogi practice called pranayama is a breathing practice that will help you to directly experience these two modes of consciousness, the way you are in your eternal, impersonal, and unchanging dimension, as well as that part of you that is constantly revolving and evolving through life situations that act as a catalyst for the divine qualities to become activated as your personality. To begin, place the thumb of your right hand under your chin and the middle finger of your right hand to the right nostril, but don't immediately press it. Then place the palm of your left hand against the back of your right hand and the thumb of your left hand against your left nostril again without pressing upon it. You can start by just exhaling, then inhaling, each time a little longer than the last. Then after inhaling, press both fingers and hold your breath. Following this pause, exhale through both nostrils. Now press the middle finger of the right hand while releasing the thumb of your left hand and inhale through the left nostril. Hold your breath, press both fingers, then exhale through the right nostril. Inhale through the left nostril, exhale through the right nostril. Now inhale through the right nostril, hold your breath, exhale through the left nostril. Then inhale through both nostrils. As you hold your breath this time, turn your eyeballs upward, curl your tongue, and press the bottom of your tongue against your palate. So you can use also one hand instead of two hands. Just hold with your thumb one nostril and like your this ring finger the other. And you can put the other fingers at the third eye. So one motion is like a U, upside down U. Inhale through left, exhale to the right, and then inhale through right, exhale to the left, and then inhale through both, exhale through both nostrils. And pushing the bottom of your tongue up against the roof of your mouth. What we are doing with the breath is creating a pendulum of energy that is swinging from the left to the right and then from the right to the left. The moment when the swing is in a state of suspense, like when a pendulum hangs suspended, is that instant when the breath is held and time stands still. After repeating this breathing practice several times, you can begin to add the following concentrations. Because these meditations may be difficult to incorporate in just one breath, you may want to meditate on them first, and then try harmonizing them with the breath. So to begin, when you inhale through your left nostril, recollect your past. Think of all the events in your life and how they have unfolded in their chronological sequence. At the same time, think of how you have changed and evolved over the course of time through certain major life events. For example, after the failure of a relationship, Perhaps you experienced pain, or after having been let down by someone important to you, cautiousness set in. Then, in a change of tack, try to see the impact of your personality on events. One way of doing this is by remembering what you were like when a certain event occurred, then compare it to how you are now. This naturally leads you to the realization that if the same situation happened all over again today, it would not happen the same way because you have changed. If you do this practice every day, you will gain insight into yourself. In Buddhism, this is called observing the self. In time, the time to make a pledge is at the peak instant when you hold your breath after completing the inhalation. So make the pledge that the past has finally lost its power over you. Then, as you exhale through the right nostril, project yourself forward into the new horizon that has now opened up as a result of your pledge. You feel freed up, as if something within you that has been held in abeyance has been unfettered. Suddenly there is a flow. Suddenly there is a flowering in your being. You can see situations in your life that have been stuck begin to flow forward, and your spirit dances with joy. That is the way to find joy in your suffering. Suffering is always connected with the past, and joy is connected with the future. Now do the same concentration, only in reverse direction. Breathing in through the right nostril, you can see that just the way the past triggers off some conditioning on the present, and by the same token, the future. So to do your preconceived expectations for the future impose limitations on your freedom. Thus, after your inhalation in through the right nostril, hold the breath using that instant of suspended time to free yourself from your dependence upon your projection for the future. Then, breathing out through the left nostril, realize that the past is no more what it was and has changed by your changing. And what is more, your changing affects your future. This practice could be called calibrating the past and the future, seeing the connection between the two with great insight. Now you breathe in through both nostrils, hold your breath, then exhale through both nostrils. Instead of oscillating from the past to the future and using the retroactive influence of the future upon the past, you are shifting from transiency to eternity. Thus you represent yourself as the whole pendulum. That is, you are the weighted pole that is moving in time and space, but also the point where the pendulum is suspended, unchanged. Then as you inhale, think that what you have gained in knowledge through your achievements in life is never lost. Instead, it is transmuted into the essence of wisdom. This becomes incorporated into the divine programming, contributing to the evolution of the world. To do this practice, think of yourself as a flower that, after discarding its dross of old petals and leaves, is transmuted into perfume. So at the end of inhaling through both nostrils, you are discovering the everlastingness, in Sufi terms, baka, of your being that survives its transiency. When you hold your breath, you have a sense of having hoisted your consciousness beyond existence to the backstage of the world, so to speak. This is what is meant by eternity in Sufi terms, samad. You are touching upon the peak of your being, which remains unchanged, even while everything else continuously changes. There you discover the originating motivation beyond the cosmos that remains unchanged. This is where one's fate originates. We sometimes call it destiny, which contrasts with our free determination or free will, just as the unchanging contrasts with the changing.